Welcome to another edition of 42 Years Straight In, Volume 2, Part 1. I'm going to get right to the point today. I can't be my regular self. I can't use a thumbnail because I didn't have permission. I didn't want to get a copyright strike. So I'm going to put my old lady's pretty ass feet as a thumbnail. Get your shanks and stay ready to ride, because we're going to have to use them after this. Let's ride, y'all. This here is concerning a guy who I met at the Robinson unit. I was working in one building in the warden's office, and he had just came to prison. He's waiting to go see classification. So they got a cage that they lock you in until they call for you. They don't allow you to be roaming around. So I was just standing at the cage talking to different guys, some coming back from bench warrant. They asked me a lot of questions. What guard working in what spot? Do I know they homeboy? And this one guy, he talked to me. He said, "Hey man, what kind of prison is it?" Before I could say anything, he said, "I don't want to hear none of those horror stories, because I've been to Pelican Bay, I've been to San Quentin, so I'm come from California CDC, so I know all about prison. So I don't want to hear that scare tactic." He didn't know nothing about Robinson unit. Anyway, this is a letter that was intercepted that he sent to his brother. His brother trying to get the media to get him help. I'm going to read this, then I'm going to go into other detail. "My brother has been the victim of numerous assaults by various groups of inmates, namely African Americans. Some belong to a gang known as the Crips. These individuals have repeatedly tried to force their extortion demands and sexual advances upon Chris. Whenever he resists these advances, he gets beaten down severely. Incidentally, Chris has served time in the California Department of Corrections. While in the CDC, he was made a member of the California Aryan Brotherhood, which is a longtime rival of the Texas Aryan Brotherhood. Many of these attacks occurred in the presence of TDCJ correctional officers, yet none of the officers would intervene. I believe that the answer in part is racial segregation. Still got that California shit. Texas ain't going for it. 85% of the cells in Texas Department of Criminal Justice are integrated. If you tell a unit warden in classification that I do not want an integrated cell, he said, "Well, that must mean you want to live in ad cell. Well, you'll be single cell." He said, "We don't have single cell status," which they do. You got to earn it. The one way you can earn it is the psychiatrist say you can't be double cell, or you done killed a cell partner or severely assaulted a cell partner. You'll be in single cell status. But anyway, they placed this guy in 4 building where I lived. Same part, same section. When I got in from work, I came in about 8 o'clock. They was just coming in from rec. And Crips already done ran up on him. It was hard in the paint for a white guy at Robinson unit. Robinson was a hard nut. It was almost hard there as it was back in the day. But if you were there at one of the prison units back in the day, this modern prison is a piece of cake. But it was extremely violent. The guards were hella assaultive because they from West Texas, around the Abilene area. They're not used to these Hispanic and black inmates from large metropolitan areas. They can't get ready to deal with them. The guards assault the inmates assault the guard. It reciprocates itself. But anyway, they had him jacked up in the day room talking to him. The only reason he would be in general population, he done told gang intelligence officers that he X out of the Aryan Brotherhood in California. That's the only way he would have been in general population. He would have been escorted straight to administrative segregation in Texas. No inmates is walking around with gang patches on unless they have X'd out. Well, anyway, what he telling his brother is a total lie. And this goes to show you, when you take these guys, I stress this all the time, you take these guys, place them in a situation where it's man to man, they really not shit. So I can't glorify a group of inmates. I glorify a single inmate. If you can do all this shit by your lonesome, I will give you a standing ovation. Anyway, he wanted to smoke weed, wanted to smoke cigarettes, and I always had cigarettes. Cigarette king, always got it. And just so happened, they moved my cell partner out and moved this clown in the cell with me. So in the cell, he telling me all this tough guy shit about what he did in Pelican Bay, who he done stabbed. I keep asking myself, you stabbed all these people in California as a member of the Aryan Brotherhood. Why you not in ad seg? Why you didn't receive additional time? You only had a bullshit 10-year sentence. You did 9 years on a 10-year sentence. How the hell you get out of prison so easy, but you got all these multiple stabbings? You do this shit in Texas, you ain't gonna get to do it here but one time, and you going straight to ad seg. You ain't gonna get multiple chances. But anyway, what he didn't have money. He was borrowing these guys cigarettes, lying to them, smoking their weed up, lying to them. And these little crook guys came up to my cell and told me, say, hey man, your cell partner owes us a lot of money. We want to look at it. I tell them, okay, I ain't got no problem with that. But you ain't gonna look at him while he in this cell. When he bring his ass out, you can do whatever the hell you want to do to him, but not inside my cell. I don't want all my fucking word processor, all my books and my fucking big boom box destroyed by these fuckers in here fighting. So they called him out. One guy, one little crook guy, called him up under the TV and looked at him. Beat the brakes off of him. This motherfucker went to crying about he'll do it. He stopped. He said, I'll do it, man. I'll do it. They ain't said nothing about having sex with him. He wanted to get that ass whooping off of him. So then he became a slave for the Crips, Dallas Crips. I think they were rolling 60s. I believe that's what set they were from. And they start selling him to Hispanic inmates because he looked young. And this one little guy from Mexico, he a Mexican. Man, he was sitting there drunk one day. And he's still in the cell with me. I can easily get him moved when I go to work. I can just tell the classification lady, get this clown out of the cell with me, and he history. I'm just seeing how this shit gonna pan out. He told me he was a member of the Aryan Brotherhood. He got the tattoo on him, telling me all this tough guy shit. And they had sold him to this little Mexican guy. He came talk to me in the day room, had his jug of wine in his hand. He said, I like the booty good. I like the white booty, it's so good. Me got a life sentence. Me from over there. I say, over there? What the hell you talking about, man? Over there, man, they gave me life sentence. I shot this guy 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I did not shoot him 6 because gun jam. So it is not murder. I don't know what the hell they got me in here for. I'm looking at him, he drunk as hell. He said, but I like the booty. I'm going to marry him. I love him. Man, this guy paying $40 and $50 just to have sex with this fool. But he's lying to his brother that he's being raped. Majority of guys do not be raped. They are tricked or they get in a debt and they trade sex for the debt. Or just straight out of fear. No one is hardly physically raped. Even back in the day, they didn't even do it that way. They finesse, and you just scrape a coward. It had a lot to do with your size. A guy weighed 250, he look at you weighing 160, he feel like in a confrontation, he can take you, and you had to demonstrate real fast. Hey, don't worry about my size. My heart is big as the Astrodome. So don't even worry about it, dude. I can deal with your ass. I ain't worried. This guy didn't attempt to put up no. He put up that little fight in the day room. And this is a little dude whooping his ass. He weighed about 175 himself. He about 5'11", 175. But the guy that he was fighting with was way smaller than he was. And he touched him up and he gave in. Now, it was a few white guys around claiming Texas Aryan Brotherhood. Now, they didn't intervene. They came talk to the Crips. It's too many damn Crips. There's a whole lot of Crips. And not a lot of Texas Aryan Brotherhood. Anyway, they came up with the agreement. Man, y'all can smash him. What they were going to do anyway. They didn't need the permission. They was going to do it anyway. Numbers rule. You know, he telling his family that all these guys is raping him. But he's telling a straight lie. If you was a member of a hell of a gang, I wouldn't give a shit how many guys attacked at you. You going to retaliate against those guys. It's plenty of fucking weapons in a Texas prison. Weapons every fucking where. You can easily get a weapon. All you got to do is have the heart to use it. Getting it is the easy part of it. It's some guys that give you a weapon just to see the other guy stabbed. They don't give a shit. As long as one of their homeboys not being stabbed, they don't care. They give it to you free. You know, I'm not trying to degrade California, but like one of my subscribers said, it takes 3 people in California prison to kill 1 inmate. One guy in Texas can kill 3 inmates by himself. He don't need no help. So he got introduced to the long, tall Texan. And right now, he's somewhere. He's free. He's probably a real woman right now. He probably back screaming. I used to ask some guys, I'll say, do he say Heil Hitler? He said, man, he be saying all kind of shit. Because sometimes he'd come back to the cell with me. Eventually, I got his ass out of there. I got tired of it. And he would tell me, say school, let me work on it a little while. Man, I'll make you feel young again. I was just looking and I say, hey man, I don't even play them kind of sex game. I said, I got me a real old lady who I'm fucking here. I don't need no fucking fat butt boy. I don't need. I said, I got me a real white woman. You's a fake white woman. I got a real one. Well, that's my tale of the Aryan Brotherhood who got introduced to the long, tall Texan. You know, unkindly fashion, but he remember Texas from now on. Y'all like and subscribe, and I thank you for watching. Y'all have a good day. Keep your shanks ready. I didn't want to get a copyright infringement, so I hadn't got approval to use that thumbnail. So I'm going to put my old lady's pretty ass feet up there. To hell with it. Y'all like and subscribe, and I appreciate you watching. Keep them ready at all times. Have a good day.